Righty-ho, Legendays, you people of the legendary world. Guys, I'm going to leave you with a tune. I'm going to get my screen set up. Lots to talk about this evening, Legendays. Big setup happening right now on multiple different markets. We're going to talk about everything in this video. Let me get set up. I'll leave you with a beat. Red sky at night. Logistics. Here we literally see you on the flippies. Legend Days, I'm back. We're having some problems with the internet right now. There was a storm the other day in Cyprus, and since then the internet's been whooped up. Guys, if the internet is clear and smooth, tell me in the live chat. Tell me everything's okay. I'm just going to go for it. Stream it up. It'll probably get better as it gets a bit later tonight as people turn off the internet in the local area. But ever since we had this storm, it all got a bit whooped. But guys, I'm just going to dive into it. It's dropping off right now. I can see it, but what can I do? I'm just going to dive into it, guys, and we're just going to have to make do with what we got. What happened there? Why is that like that, Legend? No, guys. What is going down? Oh, no. What's happening, guys? Let me just... Oh, no. Okay, you can probably see all this crap going off. There we go. Back in the building. Right, guys, max bidding. Max bidding in the building. Tell me if the internet's okay, guys. Hit the like button when you come in. Hopefully, it's all going to be okay. The speed up and rewinds. Oh, God. Internet clear. Go, go, go. Okay. I'm just going to go anyway, and there's nothing else I can do. If it's going to be a bad laggy internet, then what can you do anyway? There's literally nothing I can do. Guys, yo. So, the itty-bitty bad boy Bitcoin is still in an uptrending formation right now. We're still above trend, going above $20,000, getting above prior resistance, continuing this nice uptrend. We do have a very logical trend line here coming in. And if that does break, we could see maybe a lower high and a breakdown back to 20K and see another go, okay? This wouldn't surprise me by any means, guys, to see one more retest of 20K, double retest. Again, I will look to buy 20K. In the previous video, I was saying that there's a really nice logical trade to be played off 20,000. You guys already know that. You can see here, sir, quickly whip it up on my chart pattern here, guys, which you saw. A lot of you guys took this trade. Congratulations if you took it. Logical SR level, good risk to reward ratio, good risk to reward. If you guys had taken that trade right now, you could be up 6-7%. And also, Bitcoin's actually gone up higher than that already as well. That was that pump you're looking at. So this pump here was what you're looking at. We had another go as well when we came off trend. So really looking good, guys. Make sure the internet's working. Is the internet okay? Tell me if it's okay. Hit the like button as well. Max bidding in the building. Everyone's max bidding here, we literally. So that trade's already played out, guys. If you took that from my last previous video, then congratulations. Also, I actually am long from 19,400. If you go to my Twitter and you go on this post here, if you scroll down a bit, and if you retweet this tweet, guys, you will be in for a chance of winning all the profit from that trade. I'm hoping we don't go to 28 in one go because someone's going to be winning an absolute bag. So come and retweet this tweet and you'll be in for a chance of winning that. And guys, just to quickly go through the sponsors, actually, just get the sponsors out of the way. MDXalgo.com is my product, guys. You can actually get the MDX indicators, the MDX algo indicators. We have an automation trading bot, which you can get for free. You can literally just click on this and get it for free. Just sign up with Bybit and BitGet to use it. And guys, in terms of our partners, come to the website, and all the links are in the description as well. Get a Bybit account and get a BitGet account. I'd really recommend getting a BitGet account right now, guys, because if you're in the UK or US, they are completely regulated, etc. Bybit and BitGet, get the exchanges. Come to mdxalgo.com, click trade, and all the links are below, guys. These exchanges will give you thousands and thousands of dollars completely for free to trade. So it's really, really cool stuff. Let's go back to the dashboard and have a look at that long to short ratio. That's what I was going to talk about, leggies. Bada bing, bada bong. What did I say in the previous video, guys? Hopefully the internet's working. Is the internet okay? Good, good, good. Guys, what did I say in the last video? I said we're going to have, there's more longs in the books, but as the price begins to go up, people come out of their longs. They've seen the market rallying. They've gone through too much pain, been underwater. They start cutting their losses. We're seeing Binance traders start cutting their losses, and the short sellers are coming in because of the disbelief of this move. Bitcoin has a knack of moving very, very quickly to the upside because everyone's a permabull in Bitcoin. And once it begins to move, it can actually skyrocket and basically not give you a chance to get in because it moves so quickly to the upside. We're seeing that now, guys. The short sellers are coming in. This is proof that this is a disbelief rally. People don't believe it. They're pissed off. They want it to go back down. They're trading emotionally. They're trading with they're trading with a subjective bias, and they are basically trying to short the market back down, which they might get to 20K. I'm not going to rule that out. Really nice SR level to play again, guys, by 20K. As of right now, everything looks good. If we come up here, get a lower high, and then we break trend, maybe get a retest, I would say that we're going to go back to 20, okay? So if we break this trend line, we get a lower high, those are the things to look out for, guys, for 20K coming. I will be a buyer of 20K again for the bounce. You might get a small bounce, you might get a decent bounce, or you might go to 28K. So it's a very, very nice trade there. If we do break through, it's a logical SR. Let's have your stop loss beneath the next levels, I'd say, around here, okay? Around 19,700, okay? So this is it actually is looking good, guys. The long to short ratio is on our side in terms of if there's lots of shorts, if the price goes up, those shorts get liquidated, those shorts get stopped out, people lose their force to buy. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Won't bother with the committed traders. I won't bother with CBBI. We're going to get into the short-term analysis now. Guys, think about all the confluence factors we have here. Previous video, I said that SPX, I've been saying this for a while, guys, okay? I do think we're going to get a bear market rally in traditional markets. Lots of correlation between the two markets right now, between crypto and SPX. This level here is very important. I said that when we got the open. The open was here, actually. I thought we were going to go up. Actually, if you had taken that trade, very nice trade from the open a couple of days ago, you'll be up right now 4% on the SPX. That's a mental game, considering the whole world trades this. And I said, guys, that it wouldn't surprise me to see us come back and retest this trend, this horizontal support line from the prior micro high. If we find support on that, guys, it's very similar to Bitcoin finding support on 20. You know, if SPX goes there, Bitcoin probably goes 20, and then we'll have to see what happens there. I can't foresee that far into the future. My hunch is that we're going to get it. I do think the bear market rally continues. I could see this going a little bit higher. Guys, tell me in the chat if the internet's working. It was really bad earlier. But yo, hit the like button when you come in, guys. You know what to do. Max bidding. Get the cash out, literally. So if we get this scenario on traditional markets, really look out for this, because this is going to be a good sign for that bear market rally. And then I do see traditional markets coming to this trend line and actually potentially being a pretty severe bull trap. And the bull trap would be that everybody gets too long around this region and actually come very, very quickly back down, probably towards the lows, even if not going significantly lower if we can't hold the lows. So that's going a little bit more into the future than medium term. But that's the kind of scenario I'm looking for. If we hold support higher low, then we could actually see potentially the end of this and a double bottom. But we don't know what's going to happen there and then. We can't see that that far into the future. But back to Bitcoin, guys. So that's basically SPX. Okay, if we hold that support level, Bitcoin will likely hold 20. That will be a good sign for the bull market rally to happen. And then, guys, I said in my previous video that I do think that this bull market rally will be capped at the very top side of 28K. I don't see us going above 28K. I can see the market getting extremely, extremely bullish. Everyone, their mother, their dog, and their sister is long. And then we actually go to 14K. I can see that being the bull trap scenario there. So 28, back to 14. SPX looks good right now. Dixie is also looking good. Guys, we're doing exactly as predicted on the last video. Obviously, this looks messy, but what I was saying in the previous video is this is the good scenario for crypto. This is a good scenario for everything, actually, because people, when the Dixie is going down, people are buying things in money markets. You can see actually what's happened here is we're doing a very, very, very similar, this obviously is my drawing, but it is a fractal, if you want to call it, even though it's not from prior price action. But let me get rid of all the yellow lines and clean this up a little bit, and we'll redraw our stuff. So I said yesterday, guys, that what we want to see on the Dixie, everyone was calling, you know, that this is the top. The top's in, we've done it. Actually, when we were here, we still had a higher low. We just only had a lower high. That potentially means a pennant, okay? It doesn't mean it's broken structure yet. But, guys, very, very good development right now for crypto. The Dixie has now broken below the prior low. That means we've had a change of behavior. I would like to see a higher time frame close on this, a weekly, potentially a daily. I'm on the 4-hour right there. I want to see a higher time frame close beneath this. And if we get it, legends, this will likely result in potentially coming down, seeing it as resistance, getting a deviation on it, and then the Dixie's topped. And Dixie topping is a good sign for everything else. So we know that if the Dixie comes back down to support, what we're likely going to see in the equity markets and a few other, it's already drawn on for me. So what we're likely to see is Dixie come down to this support level here. We're looking at around 103 points. I think that then we get a bounce. If Dixie comes down to here and finds support, this will be the bull market rally for crypto, equities, and a few other bits and bobs around the place. You could even say even some heavy metals as well. And then if we do then get the bounce, I would say that consists of the bull trap. I said it in my previous video. When we get the support from this level, and it doesn't have to happen, but I think there will be a good probability that it will, that rally back up to the highs would logically, in my opinion, be we would see a bull trap scenario on Bitcoin, which will be what I'm saying is before. Bitcoin going to 28, everyone getting too long, and then boom, we get licked. Everybody gets licked who is long. And then when we're looking back on Dixie, I do think Dixie has still some upside to going out into that long term. You know, I could see it holding this trend line down at the bottom side and even seeing it break 120 in the future. Could even look something like that, back up to here, back down, and then even we could get some sort of crazy dollar milkshake theory, a liquidity flush into the dollar. That would probably mean that the Great British Pound, the Euro, the Yen, potentially the renminbi, we don't know how many other fiat currencies which are weaker than the dollar will flood into the dollar. I do see the dollar milkshake theory playing out. This is more long to medium, long term, I'd say. And we could even see that scenario for the Dixie rallying. That could constitute a much longer bear market for traditional equity. And I think that we could be looking at a scenario like this where we do have a significant bear market or crash or depression. And then it likely will take multiple years, maybe 5, 6, 7 years for the SPX to actually regain the highs again. Doesn't mean there's not opportunity, because let's say we do get this and then we go up for 7 years to get to the highs. That's as well going to constitute some pretty decent moves for Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin could decouple, and also we know Bitcoin's already very near its lows of this bear market. So could be a very interesting dynamic there. And we have to remember as well, guys, that is the internet okay? All good, all good. Yeah, thumbs up, guys. Hit the like button if you come into this. But I would say that this, okay? We've never seen how crypto will react to a equity traditional market bear market. Bitcoin was born and has always been alive in its life whilst traditional markets and the general surrounding narrative has been up for the S&P, the Dow Jones, even heavy metals and gold, silver, whatever. So Bitcoin and crypto's never not been in a bull market for traditional, except for COVID, but that was a snap. So, this is going to be interesting to see what happens if traditional markets do go into long bear market. It could be the moment where we see crypto decouple, and then people say, you know what, fuck stock, I'm going to go straight into crypto. And that's what I did. I used to trade stocks, equities, and shares, and FX markets, Forex markets. And when I saw Bitcoin go from $600 to 20K, I said, fuck it to that. I'm moving into the future. And I think a lot more people will do that as well in a more broader, grander scale. Okay, so it's really, really interesting to see what will happen with that dynamic. But going back into Bitcoin, guys, those 3 charts there are really, really important. I'll go into some altcoins in a second as well. But for Bitcoin overall, in terms of my hunch on the lower time frames, let's get really into let's get back on the 15-minute legends. Let's get down there. Let's get down there in the freaking trenches. Let's get down, boys. So you can see here, guys, that we do have this nice uptrend coming along here. Every single time we're just breaking the highs, breaking the highs, breaking the highs. One thing I would mention, though, is it does look to me like this is getting a little bit exhausted. So there could be a move back to 20. I'll be a buyer at 20. This trend line, we are on it as support now. It does look a little bit exhausted because of one reason. This is a big move up to the upside. Flat upside. You can see actually there's a lot of overlap here. Okay, when you see markets overlapping a lot like this, what you're usually seeing is a bit of weakness. You probably get a snap and then a continuation. You could have an argument to say we're getting some sort of weakness here, some overlapping happening, which would constitute a short-term move to the downside. Maybe we come up, maybe get a lower high, and then maybe we break. Maybe we get the deviation. Let's not rule this out. I spoke in my previous video, guys. If you go on the 4-hour whip out on this, you can see that even here we're in no man's land, really. Here would be logical to get that move back down. But if we did come up here and then we see these scenarios here, guys, where we're deviating over 20K multiple times, it would be something like this, back down, probably up again, and then actually a more significant deviation over the highs. And if we do get this, I think it's going to be a very quick move down to the range lows, and actually could constitute Bitcoin going down to lower than 18, 17, 16, all the way down to 14. That could be the move. I would say it's less likely as of now. Just looking at everything we just looked at, all the traditional markets, the Dixie has actually just broken. And this is significant, guys. I do like this now. Everybody was calling it too early. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was traditional trading principles they're using. They're kind of shouting at the wind there. But now we do have some actual good, logical, traditional things you would look at to say now there is a potential change of behavior here. And a lot of people are looking at this parabola. There is a parabola here. I'm not going to be the one who draws on parabolas because parabolas are too subjective. I don't use a parabola as any type of, trading strategy. I use it as a general idea. Okay, now it's broken structure. Even trend lines aren't that good. To then make an exponential parabola, how, where are the points? It's so subjective. We just know that there's actually a few indicators you can use called the parabolic SAR, which actually take in parabolic curves. And, parabolic curves are actually built into most things, similar to Fibonacci numbers. Everything kind of is a parabola. Even human emotion kind of builds, and then explodes, and then you have a crash. Builds, and explodes, and a crash. Like everything, kind of is built around parabolic exponential growth or decline. So it's pretty interesting, guys, to see the Dixie do this. This is a good sign for me. Total 2 as well, the altcoin market cap. I do want to mention this. Actually, I'll go into this a little bit later because altcoins it looks like the ETH chart basically. But I want to go through that as well in this video. And we will go through some altcoins, etc., like I said in my previous videos. But this stream is not going to be as long. And we'll go through the Fed stuff as well because I actually was mentioning that yesterday. Oh, sorry, 2 videos ago, I was mentioning that. And guys, right now, in the chat, we're max bidding. In the chat right now, guys, hit the like button. You know what to do. I've only got 98 likes. It makes me feel a bit depressed, legends. Come on, hit me with some dopamine. I need a dopamine rush. Blast that like button to the moon. And guys, also in the live chat right now, please put the altcoin you want me to talk about. I will talk about altcoins in this video. Quickly as well, legends. I want to just quickly back to MDX algo and the indicators. So yeah, what we're really waiting for now, guys, on this time frame on the daily. You know, every single daily call has been phenomenal on the MDX algo indicators, guys. You can see that they're pretty much timing the general medium-term flow of the market. What we're really waiting for now is Bitcoin to get above this area of resistance. If it does, guys, we will get a flip on the algo. That call was amazing as well. If we do get a long call, guys, on this, it's going to be a good sign. And when you whip out to the weekly as well, we haven't got it just yet. But if we do get a daily and weekly call to the upside, we can see a significant counts of bullish divergence. There's been a lot of guys in my VIP group, actually. So you can see this group here. This is the VIP traders group. Yes, we've got welcome to the OG Legenda's Crypto Slave. Crypto Slave's in the building. You are now an OG Legende made. Guys, if you remember, you become an OG Legende. That's how it works. That's how the system fucking works on this channel. So become a Legende. It's literally $1 or $2 a month. So you don't have to spend a lot to be a Legende in this community. But welcome, mate. I'll see you in the old community chats. Now, yeah, so medium to long term, guys, we can see that all the momentum indicators are oversold. We've got some bullish divergence, all looking good for that medium-term outlook on the indicators. And I do recommend going and getting these indicators from mdxalgo.com. They are the best indicators in the industry. We also have our free automation system where you can trade with our automated trading bot. And guys, if you come to MDX Algo, you can also claim thousands of dollars with our partners. Just go to MDX Algo, then click on trade. Sign up to Bybit, sign up to BitGet. These exchanges will give you literally thousands for free. And you can copy trade MDX Algo because we're partners with them in terms of our company as well. So it's all looking great. Go back to the dashboard, legends. Now, into the charts. I'm going lower time frames on this. I wanted to do a quick stream tonight just to get through everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, actually. And when the market's a bit more exciting, that's when I want to do these type of streams, you know, because that's when the market's a little bit more energetic. You know, we've got more things to talk about, more things happening. You know, when it's going sideways and flat, how much can you talk about? Yep, we're in the range. Range song, sing along, go and have a cigarette, chill the fuck out. All right, that's how we work in the freaking in the ranges. Literally, legends. Yeah, let's have a look at near. I will look at some altcoins, actually. Let's go through a few alts right now. I think I'm forgetting something right now about something I wanted to talk about when it comes down to the charts. I can't remember what it is, but there was another thing I want to talk about. Right, so Ethereum. You guys know my long-term outlook on Ethereum. I do think this is probably what we're going to get. I think Bitcoin will do this as well, 28 to 14K. I think Ethereum's medium to long-term outlook is this. We actually do have a very nice pronounced trend line coming in on the hourly right now. Actually, let's just whip out to the 12-hour on this, make it a little bit simpler to see. You can see right now if I move that across so it doesn't get in the way of the candles, guys. You can see quite a nice pronounced trend line here, which would be something to look out for. I think it might have broken it already. Let's have a look. Yes, it actually is having a go at breaking that trend line along there. That actually did correlate very nicely with the Fibonacci 618 retracement. Sorry, that's the 0.5 retracement, isn't it? Let me just quickly check. Guys, no, it's the previous all-time high. Haven't got my fibs up, actually. All right, let's draw a fib on this and see where the levels come in. I should have my fibs on this, really, from Corona Dump, City Dump. Yeah, so it was the 618. I was right about it being the 618, but we came to the the 618 is one higher than that. That's where we found resistance. What you can see here is I think it's the 786 is down here. The market on Ethereum has come to the 618. It's found resistance, and now it's broke out of this trend line. It's a good sign, actually, and it's trying to get above the previous all-time high. Very similar to Bitcoin, actually. I would say this chart actually is probably a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin, you know. I actually do quite like this. I think let's have a quick look and just like quickly see it. You know, Bitcoin still hasn't really claimed anything significant apart from the very previous micro high, which is a good sign. But, you know, we still have these two staring us in the face. I think it is quite similar, though. You can actually do the same type of trend line across here as well. Yeah, I think it's about the same, to be honest. I think Ethereum does look a little bit better how it's postured at it's a much higher low. You know, Bitcoin came down much deeper and actually did nearly carve out a lower low here. That's why we have a lot more bullish divergence on Bitcoin than we do on Ethereum. Ethereum actually did make a significantly higher low here before it found support, so I do quite like that. It's a better chart, really. And Ethereum will perform probably better in gains than Bitcoin. Like, let's be realistic. It is a smaller market cap. You know, it could go and do some crazy things. And there still is that narrative of Ethereum being potentially the platform for all decentralized applications. So it could be very interesting, Sam. Right, so crypto.com. It is one of my long-term holds. I do have a bag of crypto.com. I have a lot of it staked, actually. I have now I think it's called not the rose gold. Is it the rose gold? Maybe it's called the white ice or the rose gold card. I staked about, don't know what it was now. But I'm a long-term holder of CRO. I'm really not looking to be day trader or intraday trading it. I think it's got a good long-term premise in terms of the fundamentals and the supply and demand they're going to have in terms of the token. If there's more customers on the platform, the token's going to get bought and staked. Reduces the supply, there's going to be probably more demand in the future. Ultra, yeah, I forgot to talk about Ultra actually in our previous videos. So this is a really good one to get into, guys. This is one of my favorite. This is actually still one of my favorite altcoins you can get into. It's basically trying to be the Steam of cryptocurrency. So it's basically a games distribution platform, yada yada yada. I'll let you guys go check it out. There's a link in the description actually to Ultra. If you go down a little bit further, you'll see Ultra. Click that link as well, because if you create an account with that link, they will give you free NFTs and they'll give you perks, etc. And you get free. I think they give you money to buy free games, because you buy games in the platform, crypto games, and then you use the URS token. Overall, again, looks kind of similar to CRO. This will probably have, you know, a better run when Bitcoin gets out of a bear market into a bull market, has some upside and has a few stop-offs along the way. Then these types of altcoins will have their moment. Bitcoin will very likely go first, and then these altcoins will catch up later when the new liquidity comes in and trickles down. But BNB is actually really held up a high low here. You know, I do quite like this. You know, this actually is a flag formation, you could say. It actually has already broken that, to be honest. You do have a nice formed channel here coming along here. You can even see it going through there as well. Oh, that's now an arrow. Sir, no arrows around. So we do have some nice channel here. It's broken out. BNB's on support as well. 618 retracement. Yep, that's a 618 retracement. Pretty nice, actually. Logical support from its previous crash. So looking good here for potentially that bull market rally as well. There are going to be some really nice alts. I love Matic. I'm definitely really interested in getting more Matic. Matic's one of my biggest wins ever, and I still hold a bag. I did sell some, but I actually am going to accumulate more Matic. Near protocol, that's the one. So where are we on Near? Yeah, it's not actually a great chart. You know, you can't lie on this. This is not as good as some of the other altcoins. I did say that I do like this altcoin in terms of a long-term play for its fundamentals, but this isn't great. There is nothing good on this chart. It's still in a pretty decent descending formation. Nowhere to be seen the prior high. You could say that's one there. If it gets this and then back down holds, then you could see potentially we're getting somewhere. But overall, this still isn't a good chart. It's got a long way to go. It's probably going to take longer. But that could be an opportunity to get more. Still not above trend. Right on the lows right now. We could see a little bit of upside here, but I would say it probably gets rejected on that trend line again. And maybe if you get a higher low, then we could get a spring out of this. But could be an opportunity depending on what your time horizon is. Solana. My guys. God, Solana has been it's literally one of the biggest shitcoins ever. It's basically EOS, but worse. I do, you know, I did get into Solana very early, but you know, just all of these outages they have on the platform, etc., in the blockchain, I just don't like it. It's not secure enough. It's not an ERC20. There's only 11 nodes. It's not really good on the fundamental side. Doesn't mean I won't trade it though. Again, I think this isn't a good chart either. It's got a little bit more of a ways to go here. Let me just, it's broken out of obviously macro trend, but we need to try and see if it's going to break out of its micro. And it's trying something around here. You know, the lows are obviously quite pronounced at the lows here. It's on that now. You know, it's a descending formation for sure. You know, we have a flat bottom on this, and then we have lower highs coming into it. So it wouldn't surprise me to get something, but, you know, I think maybe it's going to be a little bit longer for Solana to get out of this rut it's in. Same story for DOT. Same story for Link. Flat sideways BS. Again, these are looking in the region for me to be like, okay, this looks pretty decent. There is a break here as well to get to trend, so it might get another leg down actually if Bitcoin wants the moon. ADA, we all know ADA, guys. I called the top on ADA. I said that ADA's going to go back to 60 cents now that we are at 40. So that was a great short I played on ADA. And I am looking to get back into it, not because I like it, just because it's got such a huge fucking community behind it of just these absolute diehard ADA people. This is not a good chart though, guys. This is actually probably one of the worst charts I've seen actually from all the altcoins though. It's made a lower low. It's broken out. It's belief. It's just not good. It needs to get above here. It needs to get above 30, 50 cents, or it's probably going to continue lower, guys. Sand, I really like it. Again, not a good chart though. Broken out of long-term trend, whittling around the lows. Just hasn't moved. It's just like ADA. Plu is one of my favorite altcoins at the minute. I really like this. I think we could come back down to trend again. If we get another trend line test, I think we're going to go higher, guys. I do think Plu will be $100 million, yeah, at least in the next bull market. So that would be at least a 10x from here. XRP, I said in my previous videos, I do quite like this posture. broken out a trend. You know, if we get a higher low here, I would look for longs actually on this. If we get a higher low, I'd look to this to go higher. Total 2, this is the whole market cap of all altcoins. Yeah, it's quite similar to Bitcoin. This basically looks like ETH to me. It's quite a good chart in terms of having that nice higher low. So you could just draw on a decent trend line here. I'm just rattling through this, guys, before I do some questions. Nice little trend line along here, Legend days. And then you can also see as well what is happening there. It has broken out of that trend down there. So something happening here on Total 2. Overall, though, you know, this chart will probably end up looking like the Ethereum chart. And the fractal on the Ethereum chart is this. So we're talking about this bull market rally, and it is looking pretty good right now. But overall, I do think this is the outcome for Ethereum, for Bitcoin, and for Total 2 as well. So I do see Bitcoin, like I said before. You know, there's going to be millionaires made in altcoins. We know this, okay? More millionaires, sir. More millionaires will be made in alts than Bitcoin. But the problem is that more millionaires will be lost in altcoins as well. So that's what I'm thinking. And then this is Bitcoin, what it does over that medium time frame until we get to the halvening. And if let me just quickly whip to the halvening, guys, get through all of the analysis, then do some questions at the end. Have a look at this as well, Legend days. You know, I think it is. Yeah, we're basically here. You know, I'd say in the market cycle, we're around here. That's where we are. We're about to. This is the bear market rally in 2019. We're going to get the bear market rally. And then likely come back down, and then moon off into the halvening. That's what I'm thinking. That would be the most textbook thing we would see here. And because the market's growing, and this is a more, you know, I'd say it's a good barometer to go by as the previous one. This is actually a very nice organic bull market with very, very little manipulation. But that was back in the day. I bought my first Bitcoin at $600, so I got in halfway through this bull market. That's where I started my career in the old cryptocurrency, because I'm not MDX FX, I'm not MDX gold, I'm MDX crypto, Legend days, okay? Bloody hell. In saying that, we could have a look at gold. You know, gold's trying to double bottom here. You know, I think gold is having the same pressure the same as equity, and I do think gold is being suppressed. And I do see that because of the dollar, obviously, like the biggest correlation between the two, the biggest pair in the world is basically US dollars to gold. That's an insanely big pair. So when the US dollar is strengthening, gold is going to get directly influenced by that, like the most out of anything. So when the dollar does begin to top out, we're going to see gold they're very highly correlated to Dixie. And other fiat currencies as well, but predominantly the Dixie and gold are super correlated, inversely correlated, you could say, because if Dixie's going down, gold's going up. If gold's going up, Dixie's going down, because it's actually like insanely correlated because of what the dollar is, and the dollar is a receipt to gold. Fundamentally, that's what it was built to do. So if you print more dollars, you're subsequently going to see a rise in the gold price, because gold is actually what money is. Dollars are receipts for money. So if you print more money, receipts, than gold, the price in those receipts of gold has to rise at some point. So it's actually like intrinsically linked to each other on that one. We'll see that into the future. Right, guys, do some questions. Max bidding that life. But guys, hit the like button as well, guys. We know that. We only got like 100 likes and 400 people. If you could all hit that like button, that'd be great. Give me a dopamine hit. Give me some energy. Make me feel fresh. Make me feel good. I've got the Hawaiian shirt on. I'm flexing out here. If you could help me out with a like, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate your kind button click, my lovely ladies and gentlemen. So, hello. So ask me some questions, guys. Gala, man, not really a fan of Gala, mate. Please request. Quant, yeah, so a lot of people have been talking about quant, you know. I think it's something to do with bringing finance onto the blockchain. I'm not, and just to be completely honest with you guys, I'm not really that much of a fundamental guy. You know, fundamentals probably only come into about 10% of my analysis, and maybe a little bit more when it comes to money, like Bitcoin and gold. But you would say that I don't know if this is the right chart, by the way. So this is QNT USD, looks a good right to me, Phemex as well. So this is actually a pretty decent chart, actually. It's actually a V-shaped recovery on the higher time frames on the daily. You can logically draw out some very, very simple TA on this and say, look, okay, well, it's definitely an uptrending market. You can see that logically hitting up this trend line. Looks to me like I had a very nice play off this prior high as well. Let's just put it on all the biggest levels. Let me just go on the weekly and just draw off some levels for you and just make sure we've got everything right here. I'm going to do some raise on this, guys. Some raise. Significant for sure. Let's have a look what we've got here. Obviously, the prior lows are down here as a significant level. Let me have a little looky here on my raise. I love the raise these days, guys. Obviously, macro highs. And there's that level there as well, okay. This is actually interesting how it's coming to that and finding resistance. Yeah, it's okay. Let's have a look at what the EMAs are doing on this as well. So the daily EMA, it's all above it. The indicators will be great on this as well. You can see that these orange dots basically mean exhaustion. So when the market does get, you know, let's say RSI, relative strength, gets exhausted, you do see orange dots, which a lot of the time do play decent pivot points. There's a really good hit ratio with these orange dots. And those orange dots, by the way, are basically just these orange dots. So they're built into the MDX algo indicators. So when I've turned them on now, you should see them on this screen as well. So they show you pivot points back to trend, basically. Bitcoin's having a really nice move on the hourly. The indicators actually caught this from the beginning. That's what it's designed to do. And our automated strategy on MDX algo, if you click on automation, that's up like 5-6% right now. So when the bull market plays, guys, you know, our tailor-made systems, our MDX trading bot is going to crush it. It's 750% up in the last 2 years for doing nothing. It traded for you. And then we have obviously the indicators as well, which you can use for maybe a more high-risk strategy, etc. Right, so where we are, on quant. Yeah, I do like this chart. I think this is pretty constructive. I think it's had a decent rally out of this bear market it had. This actually is a downward spiraling parabola. You can see that's a parabolic move up to the upside. It broke. You could say maybe we're going to get something in terms of a breakdown at some point. Maybe we have some sort of channel here. But I would just go by the invert on this and say, as long as it's above trend, this is a very, very nice juicy pocket where you're going to see, actually, you could actually just get rid of that and make this nice and neat and say, look, this level here is important. Draw that to that level there. This zone, this box of this zone here is going to probably act as support. Actually just got front run there as well. So in terms of quant, if Bitcoin's still doing well and we're going to go into a bear market rally, you know, for me, I would say if it can hold above here, you know, that's the next leg up. And if it gets above the high, we know it's a deviation. You might get something like this, maybe up again, back down, break, some sort of ascending formation like that, carry on the move. And then we're probably looking to try and get to the highs on this. Maybe up to around here. I'd say probably around what we're looking at, $440 for quant. It's a nice uptrend. It's a V-shaped recovery. That's a good sign. V-shaped recoveries do... they just like kind of what they're doing is they're articulating to you on the price chart is that there's a lot of strength because there was no fanning around down there. It literally just came straight out of it. So people were very prepared to buy that price and they weren't fucking joking. So they really went in. So it's a good recovery off this. Haven't got into this. I don't know what the market cap of quant is. Let's have a look at what we got here. Quantaruniente. So the market cap's 2 billion. Pretty small, you know, pretty small. And considering like ETH's around 190 million, 1.9. Sorry, ETH, you got wrecked. Yeah, it's not looking bad. So it's a top 50, is it? Yeah, Near Protocol's in there as well. Quant, there we go. So yeah, top 32. Not bad, actually. I might have a bit more of a deep dive. What do you guys think of quant in the chat, guys? I want to know what you have to say. Let me drink some freaking water. Oh, it's so delicious, that water. Oh, God, please. Yeah, Scicoin's probably dead. It's been around for years. Haven't heard about it for a long time. Well, you missed a lot. Jeff launched a penis into the sky. Nice one, brother. Cosmos, don't really care about it. It's been around for so long. I'm just trying to stick to the ones that everyone's talking about. If you actually go to MDX Algo and you click on coins, we actually set this up to the volume. So what this means is that you can track which coins are being traded the most. That's obviously where the market is looking. So you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance at the minute. XRP, Dogecoin at 1.3 billion today. Solana's up there, BNB again. We've got Cardano, Uniswap. Let's have a look at the old Dogecoin then, because that's got quite a lot of volume considering it's wrecked. I have actually been calling to buy this, you know. Wow, what is this chart? We're on the logarithmic, aren't we? So I was on logarithmic actually on those other charts. So let me have a quick look at quant without the logarithmic and see what we've got here. Because it was on the old... Let's have a look what we got. I was looking at it on this one, was I? Was it the tether chart? Nah, it just looks the same. It's a V-shape, right? Yeah, it's the same shit. Looking pretty good. Uptrend. Could get a bit of a lower. It could get a move down to around higher low structure, but that's a nice uptrend. You can actually draw a trend line on that. Now, wait. Go back to where I was. Oh, no, guys. Dogeruniente. So, yeah, I do like this chart. You know, I do think Dogecoin will eclipse its high at some point in the future. I do think Dogecoin will have another meme coin move like it did. It's done it 3 or 4 times now. I can't. I look at Dogecoin as the cryptocurrency casino. It really is the cryptocurrency casino, and I could see casinos in the future just having price charts on the screen with buttons where you click buy or sell like that, and just like gambling on the price. It's so volatile. And I think that Dogecoin is a good time to buy right now. I'm just going to say it out straight. I think Dogecoin's a good time to buy. I think at some point in the future, at the length of what crypto is going to go through, it's very likely, I think Dogecoin's going to eclipse its high at some point. The market cap of Dogecoin it went to 50 billion, didn't it, at one point? That was insane. I remember that. One of my most viewed videos is actually a Dogecoin live stream. So it's at 9. So yeah, it's come down significantly, Legion days. I think it was Shiba actually when it went to 50. I think Doge did a little bit, maybe a little bit more actually. I can't really remember. But yeah, so this is I think it's a good one. Shiba, let's have a look at what Shiba's is at. You know, I'm not as fond of Shiba because it has less history, less price history. I'm more fond of Dogecoin because it's literally done it 3 or 4 times now. It's huge, mammoth pumps. I think Shiba is another good one, but I'm just not as confident in Shiba than the other memes. Musk's progress with Twitter is helping Doge today. Well, yeah, apparently he walked into the Twitter head office with a sink saying, let that sink in. Good man, good man. I like that guy, you know. You know, frickin' Elon Musk is a legend. He's a fucking living legend. He's probably the most successful entrepreneur in the world ever in history. And he has an incredibly good sense of humor considering how much work he must have to do. He keeps it lighthearted. Well, maybe not behind closed doors, but we'll see. Well, we won't see because they'll be behind closed doors. But we'll find out one day, Musk. We'll find out how much of an evil bastard you really are. Even though he's not. He's a sweetheart, isn't he? Good old Elon. Even though he's been divorced 1 billion times. But it's because he's autistic, man. Leave him alone. Fucking, here we go. Talking to myself. But yeah, here's the old itty bitty. That's really like the core of what in this video I wanted to go through, guys. I wanted to just whip through all those things. You know, that's kind of really it. You know, go on mdxalgo.com, guys. Get the indicators. Click trade to sign up to our partners. They'll give you thousands of dollars when you sign up for free. But guys, I'm going to love you and leave you and just leave it there. And guys, it's late for me anyway. Have a good one. I'll see you on the flippies. You are legends.